Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the complete dominance. You must have heard about the law of dominance in Mendel's first law. Okay, so that is called the complete dominance. It is a phenomena of inheritance in which one of the alleles of a gene will be dominant over the other. Okay, the other allele will be recessive, which will not express itself in the presence of dominant allele. So, the dominant allele is denoted by capital letters like capital T, and the recessive allele is denoted by small letters, that is small t. Okay. Now, as we know that the gene always occurs in pairs, and that pair is called allelic pairs. So here we find two alleles. Okay, one is capital, other one is small. So small t will not express itself in the presence of capital T. For an example, if we take a gene capital T small t, then this genotype will give the phenotype tall. Why? Because capital T is for tallness and small t is for dwarfness. So dwarf character will not be expressed in the presence of allele which is dominant. Okay. So when small t will express itself when it will be present together. Okay. Then it will give the phenotype dwarf. Now we take another combination, that is capital T capital T. So this genotype will give tall. Is it clear? Now we will make a monohybrid cross between a pure tall and a pure dwarf pea plant. Okay, so let's start. Here we select parents. Okay, so parents will, one will be pure tall and the other will be pure dwarf. Okay, this is tall pea plant and this is dwarf pea plant. Now the second step is gamete formation. So here we find gametes. Okay. During gamete formation, the allele pairs of a gene will separate. Okay. So here we find two types of gamete but of the same kind. Okay. So here we will take only one gamete, that is capital T. And here also we will get the same kind of gamete, that is small t. Now the third step is we will get F1 generation. Okay, F1 generation. So suppose it is a male gamete and it is a female gamete. So it will fuse together. This is called fertilization and we will find the genotype capital T small t. So this plant of this genotype will be tall. So what is the difference between this and this one? Here the genotype is capital T small t. It is a hybrid condition. Okay, it is heterozygous condition. Heterozygous. Okay. But here it is pure tall pea plant. It is homozygous. Okay, this is homozygous and this is heterozygous. Now the pea plants of F1 generation will be crossed together. Okay, then we will see what will be the results. Okay, now what will we do? We will cross the plants of F1 generation. So in F1 generation the genotype is capital T small t. it will be crossed with another pea plant with genotype capital T small t. So both of these are tall plants. Now the second step is gamete formation. So here we find two types of gamete. One gamete containing capital T and the other gamete containing small t. Similarly, in this plant we will get capital T gamete and small t gamete. Now the fertilization takes place. After fertilization we will get the F2 generation. Okay. So here this gamete, these two are male gamete suppose and these two are female gamete. Okay, because one plant will be male and the other will be female. So first this gamete will fuse with these two and then this will fuse with these two. Okay, so let's see what happens. Here we find capital T capital T. This plant will be tall. Okay, now this will fuse with this one, so capital T small t. It will be again tall. Okay, it is completed. Now this gamete will fuse with this one, so we get capital T small t. It will be tall. Okay, because capital T is dominant. Tallness is dominant over dwarfness. Okay, now this one, so here it will be dwarf because both of these are recessive alleles. Okay, now you can see here we find three tall plants and only one dwarf plants, so it will be called the phenotypic ratio. It will be called as phenotypic ratio because we find three tall plants and only one dwarf plant. So the phenotypic ratio will be 3:1. Okay, and what will be the genotypic ratio? Genotypic ratio will be 1:2:1. 1:2:1. Okay. How it is derived? We will see the genetic combinations. Here the capital T comes only once. Okay, capital T small t, it comes twice here and here, so it is 2, and small t comes only once. So this is the genotypic ratio. These questions are asked. Okay, what will be the monohybrid phenotypic ratio, monohybrid genotypic ratio in case of complete dominance? So always remember this too. Okay, I hope you have understood the complete dominance. I will be back with the next video with new topics. Till then, bye bye and have a great day.